And that's part of what I was talking about earlier about no predicting each other.
Mm-hmm.
And as you, the human and the leader, you're creating the predictabilities for yourself and for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're teaching those peaks and valleys, and you're pre-planning in the future, well, I work best in the afternoon, and I
Yeah.
want more time to do my work or job or travel or go get groceries, whatever, in the
Mm-hmm.
afternoon. I'm going to start creating a rhythm
Yeah.
where their rest time is usually an X amount of time that they know is around that time per day. Now, and with
Mm-hmm.
dogs with severe anxiety issues, I tell people, don't make too rigid of a schedule,
Yeah.
and don't make the events happen in the same order all the time. Switch it up. So sometimes most of the time we go for a walk in the evening at this time ish, like a window, an hour or 2 hour window. So they don't get used to a rigid schedule. And then I feed you afterwards. And sometimes I feed you first
Mm-hmm.
and we go for the walk. So they learn to adapt to and be adaptable
Yeah.
to changes, because your lifestyle is going to change at times. And if you're so rigid on your schedule and then your lifestyle changes, you have to change that schedule. It's going to cause so much more stress for a dog that already has a disorder, if they have an anxiety disorder, that it's going to be rough on them. So you predict how life could be, and you make it similar to that now, like where
Mm-hmm.
it changes a little bit. So when things do change a little bit or a lot, they've at least gotten used to the
Yeah.
changing their pace. Um, so, and Bull Terrier, I noticed, seemed to be really bad about, just like me, not liking change at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so I try to keep it kind of mixed up with my dogs for that reason.
I don't know. Everything you folks are explaining are like, I never thought it would be like making sense kind of like this, but I mean, doing the
That's
whole,
our
like you
job.
said, the whole
Better make
schedule of
sense.
up, down with it.
Kids
I
are the
mean,
same way,
that makes
especially special needs kids.
exactly. So it's like, looking at it from my perspective, not really, because all I ever knew of puppies was growing up is, oh, they're cute, they're sweet, they're energetic. I ain't got to worry about any of that.
A lot of people, that's their experience with puppies.
Yeah, I mean, so that's all I have with it. But it's
Good
like taking
experience.
what you're both saying. I mean, a lot of it makes perfect sense on why you would want to do that and why you would want to gauge and change the behavior with it and all that, with doing
Yeah,
the up and down. And
you want to create tools and ways of communicating and training things and tricks that you could see in the future could be useful for possible future issues.
Yeah.
And you're teaching them now when they're young, impressionable, low energy, smaller, or in situations where it's not as intense or scary. So if I know that if I meet a wild dog that wants to attack us out in public, I'm going to want my dog to look at me and sit and wait and let me deal
Mm-hmm.
with the dog. Then I'm going to
Yeah.
teach them that in my house now when they're 8 weeks, 9 weeks old, or 2, 3 months or 4 months old.